Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. You're new. My name is Amber and this is Area Fan. I try to post a Monday and Friday, and then miss Friday and Monday's video upload because my internet was acting up. I finally got it to work, so I did end up uploading my code project that I was doing this class. It was due Saturday, and I got it to upload Saturday. And I believe they haven't read it yet. Got actually deleted. So I'm gonna show y'all what I did. So I just download it. I did kind of got this to work, but it's on the wrong page number. Ah, I got to update the Juventus page. I made this one right here and that one. I know I was getting something was too late. If I do. I know I'm getting something Saturday. It was that. Oh my goodness. It was bothering me since Sunday and yesterday. I kept feeling like I was forgetting something. And I was that. So update my the face notes right here. I know I'm forgetting something. Well, oh well. I took the 2 points off. That was my fault. I forgot. I was more focused on to spend my like my project on time. I forgot to update that. So yeah. I did promise to play it, but I probably play half of it because I need to do yesterday's work and today's work because I didn't have internet yesterday. So yeah.
5. Financial data and projections, page 7. Organizational structure, page 8. Implementation, page 10. Evaluation and control, page N, I don't know yet. References, page 11. Table of contents, 1. Executive summary, 1. Marketing program, pricing, promotion, place, 1. Break-even analysis, 1. Financial data and projections, 1. Organizational structure, 1. Implementation, 1. Evaluation and control, 1. References, 1. Executive summary, 3. Executive summary. We are remodeling Amber and Family. This is an everyone market. In our hotel we have 900 bedrooms. It is a modern Italian style. Our hotel is specializing in adult, teens, kids, baby. We want everyone in our hotel. We want to provide a relaxation and recreating in Bexar County, Texas and San Antonio. Texas is a popular tourism spot that is located next to the Edgewood Theater of Performing Arts. Edgewood Theater of Performing Arts is an independent school district, and it was established in the 1950s on the west side of San Antonio, Texas.
I don't know why it keep happening like that. Like every time I wanna review it, read out loud, it always stopping right there. It is weird. I don't know if it's my laptop or I had to update the app. Okay, let me try right there.
And Edgewood ISD had serves over 10,000 students around 20 schools and programs. And Edgewood ISD is an open boundary and open enrollment district. That means ELSD students can attend any of their campuses regardless of boundary zoning. And any student in Bexar County can attend any of the ELSD schools. Their programs are dance, orchestra, theater arts, visual art, choir, building trades, cosmetology, welding, early childhood zone, fine arts zone, leadership zone, public service zone, STEAM zone. And our hotel priced is between an upper line hotel and Amber and Family is an affordability. It is available in Bexar County. We have a lounge, grill, pool, beverage service, and a morning continental breakfast in our restaurant. And we are remodeling our hotel building, and our piano bar and lounge area and our ballroom, and our outdoor pool and our inside pool. And with our refurbishment and our other new amenities at Amber and Family will form a basis a highly profitable hotel venture. And we will develop and expand our business in a phased approach. Amber and Family owner is Amber Elizabeth Nicole Scally.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I put my full name. Oh my goodness. Okay, now you know my full name, guys. But do not look at my name, okay? Oh my god, I done that. Oh my goodness. That was the first talk right there. Cause that was very funny on phase 3. Well, y'all, I guys don't know my full name, guys. Oh, I did not realize I put my full name on my paper. Like, not gonna lie, I haven't seen my writing most of this, so that was a salt right there. Cause like on the project, I wrote this like a few weeks ago. So that was a salt right there, like oh my goodness. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember how I wrote like the beginning of the week. Like I think I started writing this in week 4, I believe. So that was like a while ago. But I put my full name on there. Oh my goodness. Okay, back to reading out loud.
In Haywood is currently taking classes in business administration at Devry University. She had returned to her business. She wants to establish Amber and Family in 2029. And the foundation plan is a combination of primary and secondary research in our marketing strategies we are building. We had talk and interviews we had with individuals involved with other businesses to help develop the pro forma data and to review every market potential and the competitive situation. And our renovation in the modern Italian style and in our hotel design with our elements and furniture will reflect our modern Italian approach and to provide a comfortable experience for everyone. Amber and Family will specialize in meeting the individual and couple's needs. As we grow and we have 100 acres that will allow us for future expansion with the hotel in the upcoming years, and we want to open more hotels around the world. Marketing program, pricing, promotion, place. Our product is our rooms and everything else we have in our hotel is our good or service that is marketed in our target audience. And with our successful products we are bring to the marketplace and provide to our customer experience that will help with demand. When we are working with our product, it is essential to consider our potential customers and our target audience and with their needs. And we need to ask ourselves questions to consider when we are working on our product. What is our product? Our product is room and restaurant and our other services we have. What does our product do? With our product is a hotel with room service and restaurant and gym and more in our hotel. Does the product meet an unfilled need or provide a novel experience? I believe our product provide a novel experience for our target audience. How is our product different from what everyone else offer? I believe our product is different from everyone else because when we design our hotel, we want everything our target audience is looking for in a hotel. And we want to offer everything they are looking for, and we want our customers to have a great experience at our hotel. When we are marketing our product and service to it is very important to pick the right price that is simultaneously accessible to our target market and that meets all our goals. What is the price range of your product's competitors? Our price of our competitors is $127 per night. What is the price range of your target audience? The price range for our target audience is between 180 and up. What price is too high for your audience? $15,500 is too high for our target audience because they don't want to pay $15,500 for a room. What price is too low? $25 is too low for a room because the room might not having everything they are looking for in their stay. What price best fits your target market? I believe $190 up to $10,000 a night because most of our rooms is a higher-end room that will cost more money. Break-even analysis. Our break-even analysis is to know our relationship between revenue and expenses is key element to understand our hotel business profitability. And whether considering extending our business and to reopen our hotel and to manage daily hotel room rates and understanding of how much every room costs, and it is crucial to determine a profitable selling price. And our managers will wonder how many rooms they need to sell to achieve all their target profit and goals and to extend the sales volume fluctuation that will impact their profit level. And adopting a cost volume profit approach will be our break-even analysis, and it can provide answers to our questions we ask ourselves of our hotel.
It made me start again.
Our objective of the hotel break-even analysis is to identify the number of sales, an unit or in monetary value, for which will total costs equal in our total revenue. In our hotel we ask ourselves how many rooms do we need to sell to cover the total costs? And our break-even point will refer to the point from without future sales contribute to generating profit. And our BEP will be calculated in sales by simply multiplying the BEP in room per average daily rate or by occupancy percentage.
That's all I'm going to play. I guess I'll show you where I stopped at. Oh, it's gonna be on page 12. And that's all I did for Friday and Saturday. So yeah. Uh, now let's go to this class. I also go to the class on 6 and 6:30. I'm going to pause the video for you and check the announcements. Hey guys, I finished reading the announcement. So I go here, and read 2 hours right now. So that's what I've been doing this week. So I write this down so I know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna post the video and I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I finished writing. So I did this one and this one. This one was I did that yesterday. I did this one today, but I missed yesterday because I didn't have internet. So I did these two today, and I think I had to do 4 for today. Yesterday, 2 from yesterday and 2 for today. So yeah. Let's get started because I'm trying to finish before the class starts. So that's what we be doing. So I'm gonna pause this video before I'm gonna write this down because there's notes and stuff like that. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I am finished writing. Now I'm gonna hit next. So I'm going to write a little bit more, and then I will play these videos. Okay, I'm right back, guys. Okay, I did with some. I didn't play write all of it because you were watching with my hands are hurting. But I'm gonna open the article. So this was the site. Okay. Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Professor Schreiber, and I want to take a look at how to solve a system of equations with the graphing method. So we actually have three methods for solving systems, and one of them is to actually graph our lines and find the common point. So by a system of equations, we mean more than one equation. And when we're solving the system of equations, we're trying to find the common solution. So we want the ordered pair that would make both the top equation and the bottom equation equal to one another. So I'm going to solve this system by graphing. So I'm going to take each equation. So first I'll start with the top one, x plus 2y equals 4. And we know to graph a linear equation, which this is, I just need 2 points. So I'm going to use the intercepts. In order to find the x-intercept, I just replace y with 0 in my equation. So I'd have x plus 2 times 0, which is 0, is equal to 4. So I'm going to get x equals 4. So my ordered pair, x is 4 when y was 0. That's 1 point on my line. So I go to positive 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. And that's 1 point. All right, now I'm going to take my second equation, which is x minus, oops, sorry about that. Let's back up a sec. I need 2 points to graph this, so I'm also going to get the y-intercept. So in order to find the y-intercept with an equation, I have to let the x equal 0. So if I'm looking for y-intercept, I replace x with 0 in my problem. So x would be 0 plus 2y must equal 4. In order for 2y to equal 4, I would have to divide both sides by 2, and now I would have y equals positive 2. So my ordered pair, when x was 0, y is 2. So now I'd come up here and have the 2, 0 as a, or 0, 2 as a point right here on the y-axis. So now I'm going to connect these two with a line that goes through this point and this point, and it would continue on, if I extended the line, it would continue on in both directions. Right, so this is the graph of the first equation. Right, so now I'm going to take my second equation, which is x minus 2y is equal to 0, and I'm going to try the same thing. I always try the intercepts first. So if I want to find the x-intercept, I'm going to replace y with 0 in my problem. So here I would have x minus 2 times 0, which is 0. Whether I subtract 0 or add 0 doesn't really matter. This is eliminated, and I end up with x equals 0. So now I found that when y is 0, x is 0 as well. So that's the point, that's the origin where these two meet, where these two axes meet, which would be right about here, and that would be my 0, 0 point. Now, I could get the y-intercept, but I'm going to get the same thing. If we get 0, 0, that's where it crosses the x-axis and where it's crossing the y-axis. So I need another point, and I can choose any values. So let's say I pick an x value of 2. In my equation, when I replace x with 2 and write the rest of this, minus 2y is equal to 0. Now this is a positive 2, I would have to subtract 2 on both sides to make this be eliminated or add up to 0 on the left. So I would have my 2 minus 2y. And now what I'm choosing to do, which is subtract 2, and I'm going to do that on both sides of the equation. On the left, the 2 minus 2 add up to 0. Don't lose this sign in front of the 2y. That stays with the 2y. So now on the left, I've got negative 2y, and on the right, 0 minus 2 is negative 2. I want to solve for y, so I have to divide by negative 2 on both sides, and I'm going to get y equals positive 1. So remember, I chose an x of 2, and when I worked that out, that gave me the y to pair with it of positive 1. So now I'm going to go over 2 and up 1, which looks to be right about here. And now I want to connect these with a straight line, again, connecting these 2 points. And the line would be extended in both directions. So this would keep going this way, and this one would keep going this way. And so I'm looking for where these 2 lines meet. And when they meet, where they meet in this problem is right here, which happened to be one of my points. That's not always the case, but I chose an x of 2 here and found the y to go with it. So I plotted that point, and my line, my 2 lines intersect at that ordered pair. So I'm looking for solving and graphing the first equation with any 2 points that make this true. Then I find 2 points that make my second equation true, draw the lines, and look for where they meet. In this case, they meet at the ordered pair 2, 1. So my solution is an ordered pair because it's a point on the graph. So I have to put it in ordered pair notation. When x is 2 and y is 1, that's my solution. Now, if I wanted to check that solution, all I would have to do is substitute it into my 2 equations. So my 2 equations were x plus 2y is equal to 4, and x minus 2y is equal to 0. And so if I solve this correctly, this 2, 1 should make both of these equations true. So if I want to check my solution, that's what I do. I replace the x with 2. I replace the y with 1 in the top equation, and I see if it equals 4. So 2 plus 2 times 1 is 2, must equal 4. So I get the 2 sides equal to each other, so it makes the top equation true. And then I check it in the second equation, which was x minus 2y is equal to 0. And so I replace my x with 2, I replace my y with 1. That gives me 2 minus 2 on the left. I want to see if it equals the right side, which is 0, and it does. So I get 0 equals 0. So when I substitute in my ordered pair that I think is a solution, I plug it into the top equation, which here was x plus 2y equals 4, and then that made the 2 sides equal. It also has to work in the bottom equation for it to be a solution to the system. So I find that this ordered pair 2, 1 is the only ordered pair that would make both of these equations true. And that's it for solving systems of equations using the graphing method. I hope this helped. Bye-bye now.
the next video. There 2 more videos to watch. So yeah. Probably not gonna watch all of it because I still have to go like class in the field.
Hello everybody, I want to talk to you just very briefly about systems of equations and the terminology and the various things you need to look for, particularly because this relates to the questions that are singularly most missed on the Chapter 15 test, which you will take in week 5. So the first graph that we're looking at here is a graph of intersecting lines. And there is only one place where they intersect. So if we have intersecting lines, we're going to produce one solution, and they are going to be what's called independent equations. The next graph is a set of parallel lines that don't intersect anywhere. If we have parallel lines, we're going to have no solutions, and we're going to have inconsistent equations. The last possibility is they appear to be one line because they are overlapping lines. In this case, we're going to have infinite solutions and dependent equations. It's very important you have access to this chart in front of you when you're completing the Chapter 15 homeworks and when you're taking the Chapter 15 homework or Chapter 15 test in week 5. The reason being is you will see questions like this on those Chapter 15 homework assignments and the Chapter 15 tests. And as I said, this question that you see in front of you is the most missed question on the test. So we have here the set of equations x plus 5y equals 0 and 10y equals negative 2x, which I have written for you again right here. So if I take the second equation and add 2x to both sides, I'm going to get 2x plus 10y equals 0. I do it in this order so that is in standard form. Now if I take this 2x plus, then if I take this other one, x plus 5y equals 0, and multiply it by 2, I get 2x plus 10y equals 0. So now the two equations are identical to each other. They are in fact one line, the same line, which is then the answer to part B of this question. They are one line. And if I now know that I'm looking at one line, I then know that I have infinite solutions and dependent equations. So I know the answer to part A is dependent equations, which is one line, which is infinite solutions. So if I can get any one of the three answered, I can then use this chart to get the other parts answered. So for example, let's take a look at this one. Here we have 6x plus 5y equals 1, and 48x plus 40y equals 6. So I can see that if I multiply 6 times 8, I'm going to get 48. And if I multiply 5 times 8, I'm going to get 40. So if I multiply this whole second equation, this whole top equation by 8, I'm going to get 48x plus 40y equals 8. So I'm not going to get a match for this term. I'm going to have 8 up here on the right-hand side of the equal sign, but 6 down here. So the left-hand sides are going to match, but the right-hand sides are not. So if we go look at our chart, that's what's going to happen in column number 2. If we take this top equation and multiply the whole thing through by 2, we'll get 4x plus 6y equals 8. So the 4x plus 6y will match the left side, but the 8 on the right will not match the negative 4 down here. So in this case, in this problem, we have column number 2 in our chart. And column number 2 says we're dealing with inconsistent equations. So our answer to part A is going to be inconsistent equations, because the left sides we can make match by multiplying the top by 8. Once we know that, well, if we're dealing with inconsistent equations, the chart tells us that that is a set of parallel lines that don't intersect anywhere. And we know that we have, by the chart, no solutions. If the lines don't intersect, there is no possible solution. And lo and behold, we get all 3 of those questions correct.
Playing this video.
We are looking at solving systems of equations by graphing. So we have a system, 2x plus 3y equals 6, and 5x minus 4y equals 15. So this is a system of 2 equations and 2 variables being x and y. The solution to a system of equations is the point where the graphs of the 2 lines intersect. So you can see here the graph of each of these lines. The red one is the graph of 2x plus 3y equals 6, and the blue one is the graph of 5x minus 4y equals 15. So the solution is where the 2 lines intersect, which is the green point. And that green point happens to be 3, 0. So if we can graph each line on the same grid and then find the point where they intersect, we have the solution by graphing. Here's another set of equations, system of equations. 4x plus 2y equals 10, and 2x plus y equals 3. If you look at the graph, you can see that these lines are parallel to each other. So they don't intersect anywhere. And for a system to have a solution, there has to be at least one point of intersection. So you would say that this particular system, because the lines are parallel, has no solution. And then finally, we have a third possibility. Here we have 4x minus 2y equals 10, and 12x minus 6y equals 30. Now, I graphed both lines on this graph, but you don't see the red line, you only see the blue line, and that is because the red line and the blue line completely overlap. So all we see is the second line I graphed, the blue line. So these lines completely overlap each other, so they intersect everywhere. So we say the solution to this system is all real values of x. So now let's look at exactly how we solve a system of equations by graphing. And we have the system 2x minus y equals 4, and 4x plus y equals 2. And recall that to graph a line, we need 2 points. So in order to graph these lines, we need to find 2 points on that line. So let's begin with 2x minus y equals 4. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to solve this for y to make it easier to find the points that we want. So the first thing we're going to do is subtract 2x from both sides. And that's going to leave us with negative y equals negative 2x plus 4. And now we've got this negative y sitting here, and we want just y. So in order to make this a positive y, we'll divide everything by negative 1. And that will leave behind y equals 2x minus 4. Now we've got this in slope-intercept form, we can start figuring out some points to graph. First of all, because we're in slope-intercept form, we have negative 4, and that would be the y-intercept. And we could very easily plot that, because that would be 0, negative 4. But let's find 2 different points. So we can choose any value for x that we want. It does not matter, just so long as it fits on the grid that we're going to use to graph it on. So the easiest value to choose for x is 0. So I'm going to start and let x equal 0. So I'm going to come up into the equation y equals 2x minus 4 and replace x with 0. And that's going to get me y equals 2 times 0 minus 4 equals minus 4. Okay? So y equals negative 4, which means our first point is the point 0, comma, negative 4. Because we plugged 0 in for x, that has got to be our x-coordinate, and what came out was negative 4 for y. So now let's choose some other value for x. Let's let x equal 2. We could have chosen anything we wanted to, but we'll choose x equals 2. So now we're going to replace x in our equation with 2. So we're going to have y equals 2 times 2 minus 4. Y equals 4 minus 4. Y equals 0. So the second point that we found for this line is 2, comma 0. We chose x to be 2, so that's got to be our x-coordinate. And what came out after we plugged in 2 for y was 0. So we now have the 2 points we need to graph the first line. So again, the points we're going to graph are going to be 0, comma, negative 4, and 2, comma, 0. And we're going to graph each of these. So there's the point 0, comma, negative 4, and then we're going to come and we're going to graph this one. So you can see we now have these 2 points. So the only thing then we would have to do is draw a line through those 2 points. And that's this line. So I'm going to go ahead and graph it as well. And there it is, the green line. And notice the 2 points we found lie on that green line. So now we need to do the same process for the second line, 4x plus y equals 2. Oops. 4x plus y equals 2. And to solve this one for y, all we have to do is subtract x from both sides, which is going to give us y equals negative 4x plus 2. And now we can begin our process of choosing values for x and solving for y. So we'll start and we'll let y, we'll let x equal 0 again, because that's always the easiest one to go with. So when we do that, we get y equals negative 4 times 0 plus 2. So y ends up equaling 2. Which gives us the point 0, comma, 2 as our first point. Now we have to choose x to be something else. So we'll just repeat what we did over here. We don't have to, because remember, we can choose x to be anything we want it to be. But just for the sake of consistency, I'm going to go ahead and let x equal 2. So when we plug that in, we get y equals negative 4 times 2 plus 2. So y equals negative 8 plus 2. So y equals negative 6. So our point is the point 2, comma, negative 6. Again, we chose x to be 2, so that became our x-coordinate. And we chose, and our calculation got us to negative 6 for y. So now we're going to go ahead and plot those 2 points onto the same grid. And we can see we have the yellow point and the black point are on our other line. So now we need to draw a line through the black and yellow points, the second pair of points, to get the second line graphed. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll make it easy by just drawing our little arc. And now we have our graph. So now we have to figure out then, where do these 2 lines intersect? That point is right there. So let's take this and let's go in a little bit and see if we can see it better. So now we can actually see where the point of intersection is. If we go over 1 and down to -2, that's where that point of intersection lives. So therefore, our solution is the point 1, -2. That is where those 2 lines that we graphed intersect. And if we go ahead and plot this onto our grid, lo and behold, it's the pink point, and it is the point where the 2 lines intersect. So we have successfully solved this system of equations by graphing. So let's take a look at this equation just a minute and give some hints about how we would go about finding the points on the graph of this line, because we have this fraction 1/5 sitting here. And most graphs will only take whole numbers, as you've seen. So how do we get whole number answers for y? Well, we have to choose values for x that are divisible by 5. So we could choose 0, we could choose 5, we could choose 10, we could choose 15. And any of those would work, because all those values for x are multiples of 5 and would simplify out the fraction. So let's, for example, let x equal 5. Then in the equation we would have y equals 1/5 times 5 plus 2. Well, 1/5 times 5 is just 1, so we end up with 1 plus 2, which equals 3. So our point would be the point 5, 3. And we could choose another value for x to get the second point, but again, we'd have to make sure that it's some kind of a multiple of 5. So we could come over here and let x equal 10. So then we would have y equals 1/5 times 2 times 10 plus 2. And 1/5 times 10 is 2. So we would have 2 plus 2, which equals 4. So our other point would be the point 10, 2. Oops. 10, 2. And now we can go ahead and graph both those points. And there you can see them both. And now if we pull this line down into this graph, we can see that it didn't work. So the error was over here. I made the mistake of putting a 2 here when it should have been a 4. Remember, we got a solution of 4 when we plugged in the 10, so the point should have been 10, 4. So when I fixed the point to be 10, 4, it then lined up and the graph fit the 2 points that we plotted. So remember, whenever you have a fraction, look at what the denominator of the fraction is and pick values for x that are multiples of that. So if we had a denominator of 3, we would choose 3 and 6 and 9 and so on. If we had a denominator of 8, we could choose 0, 8, 16, and so on for values of x. And then we would get whole number results out and make it very easy to plot the points and graph the line.
Okay, the last video, guys.
Hi everyone, this is Professor Schreiber, and in this video we're going to take a look at how to graph a linear equation. Now we use the term linear equation because the graph will always be a straight line. In terms of your variables, linear means the exponents on each variable will be equal to 1. Right? We're going to be graphing straight lines from linear equations. So if we know the graph is going to be a straight line, all we need is 2 points. If we have 2 points, we connect the line and we've got the graph of our linear equation. Any 2 points will do. We can choose any value of x, substitute it into our equation, and find the y to pair with it, or we could choose a value of y, substitute that in, and solve for the x to pair with it. This is the thing that most people struggle with, thinking, how can I just pick anything and get the right answer? You can pick anything for the first value that you're going to substitute in, whether it be x or y, your choice, but then you have to use that number in the equation to find the other value of the other variable. So let's pick some numbers. I'm going to pick, say, x equals 1. Now, if I'm choosing x to be 1, that means I come into this problem, and everywhere there's an x, I'm going to replace it with 1. So I would see 2 times 1 minus 6 is equal to y. Okay, and then I work this out. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 minus 6 is the same as adding a positive 2 and a negative 6, and I get negative 4. That's the value of y that must be paired with an x of 1. So x can only equal 1 if the y that goes with it is negative 4. We need this in order for my ordered pair to be a solution to this given equation, 2x minus 6 equals y. Okay, then I could go to my xy coordinate system and I could plot this point. And again, the scale isn't exact, but it's close. So if I move 1 on the x-axis, that means I go to the right 1 unit because x is positive. If y is negative 4, then I must come down 4 units because y is negative. That's why I'm going down. So let's say the point right there is 1, negative 4. Okay, now I need a second point. So I can choose whatever other y I want. Let's say I pick, or whatever x, I'm going to pick x. The reason I'm picking x is because y is already by itself. So it makes it easy. If I plug a number in here, substitute my x value I choose, work this all out, I'll get it equal to y. I won't have to isolate the y. It's already done. So I'm going to pick, say, 2. So now if x equals 2, and again, this is a random choice. I just want to pick numbers to make sure my points fit on the scale I drove, I drew. But realistically, this X would continue left and right forever. This Y would continue up and down forever. So I could pick X equal 200 and substitute it in. 2 times 200, 400 minus 6 is 394, as long as my X scale went all the way out to 200, which it doesn't, and my Y scale went all the way down to, was it positive 394? Went all the way up to 394. Right? And that point would be on my line. But I'm picking smaller numbers so I can stay within this scale for my graph. So if I choose X equals 2, my equation 2X minus 6 is equal to Y. I'm choosing 2 to substitute in place of X, so that's what I do. Keep everything else as it was, and I'm replacing the X with the number I picked. If you picked a different number, you would have something else substituting here. So 2 times 2 minus 6 will give me the Y value. 2 times 2 is 4 minus 6. So now again, this is like adding a positive 4 and a negative 6. If I add these, I end up with negative 2 as a result. So when I choose X of 2, the Y, when I work it out, that I will get to pair with it is negative 2. So my ordered pair always has X first. It would have an X of 2, a Y of negative 2. So now if I plot this point in this same system, I have to go, X is 2, so 2 to the right, and then the Y is negative 2. So from here, I'm going to come down to, which looks like it should be right about here. So that would be approximately the point to negative 2. Now, if you did this on graph paper, you would have a scale. That would be, an x-axis and a y-axis drawn to scale. Right, I'm approximating here. So now I've got to connect these 2 points with a straight line, which that didn't do it. Oh, I'm going to just get rid of it here. And this is tricky here because notice, well, you can't see, but I'm covering up this point. That's pretty close. This line would continue in both directions. So now this one should be moving upward as well. And again, this is going to be off a little bit because I kind of am fudging this, as you can see, as we speak. And then this one would just, I'm just going to put my arrow here and let it go with that. But both the X and the Y would continue in all directions. So that means that this line would have to continue in each direction as well. So this would keep going down, this would keep going up, and any point that you chose to substitute in for your X, you would see when you find the Y, if you plotted that point along with these two, any other points, they would be on the same line. So it would work out so that regardless of how you did it, the lines, all the points that are solutions to this equation would be on the same line. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Let's say I'm just going to plot this in the same system, and then I'll take you and show you a software program where you can plot points, and so they'll definitely be exact. But if I want to get 2 points here, you may decide you want to add 3x first to move this over here and isolate y in the beginning, or you may just start substituting in your numbers and then solve it as you go. Either way works. I'll just leave it the way it is. And I'll choose X values again, since that's what I generally do, but you could choose X or Y. So let's say I'm going to pick 0. Maybe I choose X equals 0. I like that one because it always makes the arithmetic easy. Right, so if X equals 0, and I'm going to substitute that into my problem, that means I'm replacing X, and again, I always put parentheses around the number that I substitute in. It won't lose whatever the operation was supposed to be in the problem. So I'm substituting this in 0 in place of X, and now I have to simplify this to get what Y equals. So first I do my arithmetic. -3 times 0 is 0. Whether you say it's -0 or I say it's +0 really doesn't matter. Whether I subtract 0 or add 0, it's not going to change this. So I wouldn't even really have to write it. But if it were some other number, then of course we would need it there. So I just have Y equal to 0. So notice here, both the X and the Y are 0. The reason that's happening in this equation is because this constant is 0. I've got an X term, a Y term, and a number in any of these linear equations. Well, if the number, the constant, is 0, then this point, 0, 0, will be one of your solutions. Because it doesn't really matter if I substituted 0 in place of Y or 0 in place of X, the other part would come out 0. So if I plot that, I'm just going to use this same system. So if I plot it, this point would be right here, where X and Y are both 0. So that would be my 0, 0 point. So I'm just going to kind of write that below. Okay, so now pick another one. Let's say this time I choose X equals 1. I like to go with small numbers to make the arithmetic easy, and the plotting, you're going to stay on your scale most likely. So, at least my scale. So if X equals 1, I've got Y minus 3X equals 0, which was my problem. And now if I choose an X of 1, then I need to replace X with 1 in this equation. Now I take -3 times 1, so I have Y minus 3 is equal to 0. I've got to get what Y equals. So now I use what I know about solving equations. And if this 3 is connected with subtraction to the Y, and I want to eliminate it over here, and I use the inverse of subtraction, which is addition. So I'm going to add 3, but I have to remember, whatever I do to one side of the equation, I have to do the same thing to the other side. So I'm adding 3 on both sides. That's enabling me to get this -3 plus 3 to add up to 0. And so again, you'd have either Y plus 0 or Y minus 0 or just Y. And then I do the arithmetic on the right. 0 plus 3 is 3. So when I chose an X of 1, I got a Y of 3. So when X is 1, Y would have to be equal to 3. So again, I'm picking any X I want, or any Y if you prefer to plug in first for Y, substitute a value in place of Y. But once you do that, you use the equation after you've substituted in the number you choose in place of that variable. Once that is done, then you solve for the other variable so you have the value to pair with it, and you form your ordered pair. So now this one would have an X of 1 and a Y of 3. X is positive, so I move to the right. Y is positive, so I move up. So now if I connect these two with a straight line, this is going to go something like this. And then if I have, well, I just shifted a little bit. That's Okay, there. So this would be in both directions. It would continue, and that means, if this went high enough, and let's say I chose an x of 2, 3 times 2 would be 6. I'd add 6 to move it over here. So if x were 2 and y was 6, and this thing continued up, that would be another point on my line. And this would go indefinitely. Let's say I chose an x value of -3. -3 times -3 is +9. When I subtract it to move it over here, I get -9. So that means if I picked x of -3 and then went all the way down to -9, if this line extended, which it would if my scale was big enough, that point also would be on this line. So that's why you can see that you can choose any two values that you want for whichever variable. I use x. Substitute a number for x, solve for y. Substitute another number in for x, solve for y, and get your equation. Okay, now I want to go and show you something that will be to scale, so you can get a good idea, of what this would look like actually to scale. And we'll do that in just a minute. But before I do that, I want to show you, but I want to use that sketch, so that could be hard. Let's say I just had, I'm just going to make a little separation down here to show you. And then we'll take a look at this also, something similar to this to scale. But both of my equations had both x and y variables in them. Right? Let's say I just had an equation y equals 4. Now in this equation, there's no x. What that means to you is you can choose any x you want as long as y is 4. It's a solution. So if I chose x equals 1, the y would be 4, and I'd have a point 1, 4. If you chose an x of 0, and you went in here and solved for y, there's nowhere to substitute in your 0, so you would have a y of 4. If someone else said, no, I'm going to pick a negative number, and I want x to be -3, you still would have a y of 4. So you can choose any x, since x is not in the problem. And what that implies when it's not there is that it has a coefficient of 0. 0x, 0 times anything would be 0, plus y would be y. So they just don't even write it. But it implies that x has a coefficient of 0. So, if I actually wrote that in, and you wouldn't see it that way, but just to show you what I mean, if I wrote this as 0x plus y equals 4, and I substituted in any of these values, 0 times 1, 0 times 0, 0 times -3, 0 times 2, x could be anything at all. Because when you multiply by 0, you get 0 anyway. And when I add 0 to y, it's y. And I would have it looking like this. So I would get all the same points, or any points, any x, but all of them would have the y of 4. So if I were to plot this, I would go, let's say, to my 0, 4 point, which is right here. And let me change to the color where my points are given so you don't get confused. So that would be 0, 4. I'd have 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, -4, 4, whatever x I happen to choose. And this line is going to come through, and it's going to go straight through this y-axis at +4. And again, it would continue, indefinitely or infinitely is more accurate in both directions. So any x I chose, if I look to 4 for y, it's going to be on that line. You're going to have a horizontal line. Now, that happens whenever the y is the only variable in the equation. All right, so let me just real quick show you one to scale to make this look a little bit better for you. And the one, I think there's one right in here that we did, if I recall. So, and you may or may not, be using this software tool right now. You probably are. Whoops, it changed. Now it's y minus 4x. That's fine, different problem. So if I have y minus 4x equals 0. So let's just think if I use that as my equation and I use, just going to come over here. No, we can go down. So if I have y minus 4x is equal to 0, and let's say I did choose an x of 0, y minus 4 times 0 is 0, and I get y equals 0. That's happening again because this number is a constant. And now let's say I choose another x of 1. I didn't really look at the scale on that, but we'll see what happens. Let's say I choose, this will work. If I choose an x of 1, then y minus 4x equals 0 becomes y minus 4 times 1 equals 0. And now I would have to add 4 to both sides to solve for y. And so I would end up with y equals 4. So now I had when x is 1, y is 4. So 0, 0, and 1, 4. Those are the points I'm going to be using. Okay, it's still here. All right. So I would just have to make sure if I were using this software that I stay within this range. So my x is between negative 10 and 10, and my y is between negative 10 and 10 as well. And so now I'm going to use our points. So I can enlarge this a little bit. And if I'm drawing a straight line, which a linear equation is, I pick my line tool. And now notice as I'm moving around here, this is moving like crazy. I might have to use my mouse to do this. So if I am doing that, I come down, and so my first point, our first point was 0, 0. So I'm just going to click it, and this might not work. Oh, it's working, good. I didn't know if it would work in my video. And now I picked an x of 1, and I got a y of 4. So I come over to 1 on the x, come up. Now notice as I move, see the line? I go to 4, and just to make sure I'm in the right place, I look at that yellow rectangle, and I see the ordered pair where I am, which is the one I want, and I click it. Okay, and now I save this, and the line is drawn to scale. And so if I enlarge it, if it will do that again, I can see. So if I chose an x of 2, then I would come over 2, and 4 times 2 is 8, and y minus 8 equals 0 means adding 8 to both sides, so I would get 8. So if I had chosen an x of 2, I would have gotten 8 to pair with it. That's this point right here, right? And so on. If I chose an x of 3, 3 times 4 is 12. Well, that's off my scale, so I couldn't do that. But I could pick any positive x. I could also pick a negative x. Maybe I chose negative 2. So negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. If I have y plus 8 equals 0, I would subtract 8 on both sides and get negative 8. So if I chose negative 2, the y pairing with it would be down here, at -8 still on my line. So you can use any 2 points you want, you're gonna get the same graph. That's it for graphing linear equations. I hope this helps you. Bye-bye now.
I just realized that I late for my second line class and I missed the first one. Because I sit and that's in a different time zone. My bad. But that. So guys, I will pause the video and be back to go to the second class. So, okay guys? Okay guys, I am back. Now I go to this class. Then I just finished what I seen in that class in this one that I missed it earlier because somehow I convinced myself that was in my time, not theirs. I don't know how that happened. Like, I don't think that six, my time is at their time. So, yeah. So, I do these two for yesterday because I didn't have internet, so I couldn't have done it. Then I do these two for today. And it's tomorrow, Thursday, and these two for Friday. So yeah, we will what I need to do down. So I just click this one and get started. So it looks like watching a few videos, but I need to write some. I'm not gonna write a lot. This is right here. Oh, I put it on the screen. I realized y'all gonna see me. Oh my goodness. I was in that recording of have a sleep. Okay, I put it in my mouse. I'm gonna just soak it. Soak it. It's just like soaking my mouse. Okay, this is, I would write this and this right here. So, alright, we're going to be one what you learn. So that we're gonna write. So I'm gonna pause the video. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I just finished writing. So yeah. So I had to like I just want to figure out how to do this. Okay, it's not working. And that's why I sit up all night. Because I'm supposed to be like close to like grade 9. So yeah. So we can watch this video and this one. Then I do the last two. Yeah, I am done for tonight. Well, that commercial. And I have it paused. I had to write all of that.
I saw a thing, actually, a study that said speaking in front of a crowd is considered the #1 fear of the average person. I found that amazing. Number 2 was death. Death is number 2? This means to the average person, if you have to be at a funeral, you would rather be in the casket than doing the eulogy.
I think this one on TV show. Come here, seeing this. I think this one's on TV show. I can't think on my channel, but I'm just seeing it. Okay, next video.
And all it requires of you.
Holy, what happened? Okay, let me start over. Okay, there you go. Ah, I don't hitting the full screen. My bad.
Tourists that turn into scientists. Tourists taking photos that are analyzed by AI. So researchers can help life underwater flourish.
So I want to start by offering you a free, no-tech life hack. And all it requires of you is this, that you change your posture for 2 minutes. But before I give it away, I want to ask you to right now do a little audit of your body and what you're doing with your body. So how many of you are sort of making yourselves smaller? Maybe you're hunching, crossing your legs, maybe wrapping your ankles. Sometimes we hold on to our arms like this. Sometimes we spread out. I see you. So I want you to pay attention to what you're doing right now. We're going to come back to that in a few minutes. And I'm hoping that if you sort of learn to tweak this a little bit, it could significantly change the way your life unfolds. So we're really fascinated with body language. And we're particularly interested in other people's body language. You know, we're interested in, like, you know, an awkward interaction or a smile or a contemptuous glance or maybe a very awkward wink or maybe even something like a handshake.
Here they are arriving at number 10 and look at this lucky policeman gets to shake hands with the President of the United States. Oh, and here comes the Prime Minister of it. No.
So a handshake or the lack of a handshake can have us talking for weeks and weeks and weeks, even the BBC and the New York Times. So obviously when we think about nonverbal behavior or body language, but we call it nonverbals as social scientists, it's language. So we think about communication. When we think about communication, we think about interactions. So what is your body language communicating to me? What's mine communicating to you? And there's a lot of reason to believe that this is a valid way to look at this. So social scientists have spent a lot of time looking at the effects of our body language or other people's body language on judgments. And we make sweeping judgments and inferences from body language. And those judgments can predict really meaningful life outcomes like who we hire or promote, who we ask out on a date. For example, Nalini Ambady, a researcher at Tufts University, shows that when people watch 30-second soundless clips of real physician-patient interactions, their judgments of the physician's niceness predict whether or not that physician will be sued. So it doesn't have to do so much with whether or not that physician was incompetent, but do we like that person and how they interacted? Even more dramatic, Alex Todorov at Princeton has shown us that judgments of political candidates' faces in just 1 second predict 70% of US Senate and gubernatorial race outcomes. And even, let's go digital, emoticons used well in online negotiations can lead you to claim more value from that negotiation. If you use them poorly, bad idea, right? So when we think of nonverbals, we think of how we judge others, how they judge us, and what the outcomes are. We tend to forget, though, the other audience that's influenced by our nonverbals, and that's ourselves. We are also influenced by our nonverbals, our thoughts and our feelings and our physiology. So what nonverbals am I talking about? I'm a social psychologist, I study prejudice, and I teach at a competitive business school. So it was inevitable that I would become interested in power dynamics. I became especially interested in nonverbal expressions of power and dominance. And what are nonverbal expressions of power and dominance? Well, this is what they are. So in the animal kingdom, they are about expanding. So you make yourself big, you stretch out, you take up space, you're basically opening up. It's about opening up. And this is true across the animal kingdom. It's not just limited to primates, and humans do the same thing. So they do this both when they have power sort of chronically, and also when they're feeling powerful in the moment. And this one is especially interesting because it really shows us how universal and old these expressions of power are. This expression, which is known as pride, Jessica Tracy has studied, she shows that people who are born with sight and people who are congenitally blind do this when they win at a physical competition. So when they cross the finish line and they've won, it doesn't matter if they've never seen anyone do it, they do this. So the arms up in the V, the chin is slightly lifted. What do we do when we feel powerless? We do exactly the opposite. We close up, we wrap ourselves up, we make ourselves small. We don't want to bump into the person next to us. So again, both animals and humans do the same thing. And this is what happens when you put together high and low power. So what we tend to do when it comes to power is that we complement the other's nonverbals. So if someone's being really powerful with us, we tend to make ourselves smaller. We don't mirror them, we do the opposite of them. So I'm watching this behavior in the classroom, and what do I notice? I notice that MBA students really exhibit the full range of power nonverbals. So you have people who are like caricatures of alphas, like really come into the room, they get right into the middle of the room before class even starts, like they really want to occupy space. When they sit down, they're sort of spread out, they raise their hands like this. You have other people who are virtually collapsing when they come in. As soon as they come in, you see it. You see it on their faces and their bodies, and they sit in their chair and they make themselves tiny, and they go like this when they raise their hand. I noticed a couple of things about this. One, you're not going to be surprised, it seems to be related to gender. So women are much more likely to do this kind of thing than men. Women feel chronically less powerful than men, so this is not surprising. But the other thing I noticed is that it also seemed to be related to the extent to which the students were participating and how well they were participating. And this is really important in the MBA classroom because participation counts for half the grade. So business schools have been struggling with this gender grade gap. You get these equally qualified women and men coming in, and then you get these differences in grades, and it seems to be partly attributable to participation. So I started to wonder, okay, so you have these people coming in like this and they're participating. Is it possible that we could get people to fake it, and would it lead them to participate more? So my main collaborator, Dana Carney, who's at Berkeley, and I really wanted to know, can you fake it till you make it? Like, can you do this just for a little while and actually experience a behavioral outcome that makes you seem more powerful? So we know that our nonverbals govern how other people think and feel about us. There's a lot of evidence, but our question really was, do our nonverbals govern how we think and feel about ourselves? There's some evidence that they do. So, for example, when we smile when we feel happy, but also when we're forced to smile by holding a pen in our teeth like this, it makes us feel happy. So it goes both ways. When it comes to power, it also goes both ways. So when you feel powerful, you're more likely to do this, but it's also possible that when you pretend to be powerful, you are more likely to actually feel powerful. So the second question really was, so we know that our minds change our bodies. Is it also true that our bodies change our minds? And when I say minds, in the case of the powerful, what am I talking about? So I'm talking about thoughts and feelings and the sort of physiological things that make up our thoughts and feelings. And in my case, that's hormones. I look at hormones. So what do the minds of the powerful versus the powerless look like? So powerful people tend to be, not surprisingly, more assertive and more confident, more optimistic. They actually feel that they're going to win even at games of chance. They also tend to be able to think more abstractly. So there are a lot of differences. They take more risks. There are a lot of differences between powerful and powerless people. Physiologically, there also are differences on two key hormones, testosterone, which is the dominance hormone, and cortisol, which is the stress hormone. So what we find is that high power alpha males in primate hierarchies have high testosterone and low cortisol. And powerful and effective leaders also have high testosterone and low cortisol. So what does that mean? When you think about power, people tended to think only about testosterone because that was about dominance. But really, power is also about how you react to stress. So do you want the high power leader that's dominant, high on testosterone, but really stress reactive? Probably not, right? You want the person who's powerful and assertive and dominant, but not very stress reactive, the person who's laid back. So we know that in primate hierarchies, if an alpha needs to take over, if an individual needs to take over an alpha role sort of suddenly, within a few days, that individual's testosterone has gone up significantly and his cortisol has dropped significantly. So we have this evidence, both that the body can shape the mind, at least at the facial level, and also that role changes can shape the mind. So what happens, okay, you take a role change, what happens if you do that at a really minimal level, like this tiny manipulation, this tiny intervention? For 2 minutes you say, I want you to stand like this, and it's going to make you feel more powerful. So this is what we did. We decided to bring people into the lab and run a little experiment. And these people adopted for 2 minutes either high power poses or low power poses. And I'm just going to show you 5 of the poses, although they took on only 2. So here's one, a couple more. This one has been dubbed the Wonder Woman by the media. Here are a couple more. So you can be standing or you can be sitting. And here are the low power poses. So you're folding up, you're making yourself small. This one is very low power. When you're touching your neck, you're really kind of protecting yourself. So this is what happens. They come in, they spit into a vial. We, for 2 minutes, say, you need to do this or this. They don't look at pictures of the poses. We don't want to prime them with the concept of power. We want them to be feeling power, right? So 2 minutes they do this. We then ask them, how powerful do you feel on a series of items? And then we give them an opportunity to gamble. And then we take another saliva sample. That's it. That's the whole experiment. So this is what we find. Risk tolerance, which is the gambling. What we find is that when you're the high power pose condition, 86% of you will gamble. When you're in the low power pose condition, only 60%. And that's a pretty whopping significant difference. Here's what we find on testosterone. From their baseline when they come in, high power people experience about a 20% increase, and low power people experience about a 10% decrease. So again, 2 minutes and you get these changes. Here's what you get on cortisol. High power people experience about a 25% decrease, and the low power people experience about a 15% increase. So 2 minutes lead to these hormonal changes that configure your brain to basically be either assertive, confident, and comfortable, or really stress reactive, and feeling sort of shut down. And we've all had that feeling, right? So it seems that our nonverbals do govern how we think and feel about ourselves. So it's not just others, but it's also ourselves. Also, our bodies change our minds. But the next question, of course, is, can power posing for a few minutes really change your life in meaningful ways? So this is in the lab, it's this little task, it's just a couple of minutes. Where can you actually apply this, which we cared about, of course. And so we think it's really what matters, and where you want to use this is evaluative situations, like social threat situations. Where are you being evaluated? Either by your friends, like for teenagers at the lunchroom table. It could be, for some people it's speaking at a school board meeting. It might be giving a pitch, or giving a talk like this, or doing a job interview. We decided that the one that most people could relate to, because most people had been through, was the job interview. So we published these findings, and the media are all over it, and they say, okay, so this is what you do when you go in for the job interview, right? So we were, of course, horrified and said, oh my God, no, that's not what we meant at all, for numerous reasons. No, don't do that. Again, this is not about you talking to other people, it's you talking to yourself. What do you do before you go into a job interview? You do this, right? You're sitting down, you're looking at your iPhone or your Android, not trying to leave anyone out. You're looking at your notes, you're hunching up, making yourself small, when really what you should be doing maybe is this, like in the bathroom, right? Do that, find 2 minutes. So that's what we want to test, okay? So we bring people into a lab and they do either high or low power poses again. They go through a very stressful job interview. It's 5 minutes long. They are being recorded, they're being judged also. And the judges are trained to give no nonverbal feedback. So they look like this. Like imagine this is the person interviewing you. So for 5 minutes, nothing. And this is worse than being heckled. People hate this. It's what Marianne LaFrance calls standing in social quicksand. So this really spikes your cortisol. So this is the job interview we put them through because we really wanted to see what happened. We then have these coders look at these tapes, 4 of them. They're blind to the hypothesis, they're blind to the conditions. They have no idea who's been posing in what pose. And they end up looking at these sets of tapes and they say, oh, we want to hire these people, all the high power posers. We don't want to hire these people. We also evaluate these people much more positively overall. But what's driving it? It's not about the content of the speech. It's about the presence that they're bringing to the speech. We also, because we rate them on all these variables related to sort of competence, like how well structured is the speech? How good is it? What are their qualifications? No effect on those things. This is what's affected. These kinds of things. People are bringing their true selves, basically. They're bringing themselves. They bring their ideas, but as themselves, with no, residue over them. So this is what's driving the effect or mediating the effect. So when I tell people about this, that our bodies change our minds and our minds can change our behavior and our behavior can change our outcomes, they say to me, it feels fake, right? So I said fake it till you make it. It's not me. I don't want to get there and then still feel like a fraud. I don't want to feel like an imposter. I don't want to get there only to feel like I'm not supposed to be here. And that really resonated with me because I want to tell you a little story about being an imposter and feeling like I'm not supposed to be here. When I was 19, I was in a really bad car accident. I was thrown out of a car, rolled several times. I was thrown from the car, and I woke up in a head injury rehab ward. And I had been withdrawn from college, and I learned that my IQ had dropped by 2 standard deviations, which was very traumatic. I knew my IQ because I had identified with being smart, and I had been called gifted as a child. So I'm taken out of college. I keep trying to go back. They say, you're not going to finish college. There are other things for you to do, but that's not going to work out for you. So I really struggled with this. And I have to say, having your identity taken from you, your core identity, and for me it was being smart, having that taken from you, there's nothing that leaves you feeling more powerless than that. So I felt entirely powerless. I worked and worked and worked, and I got lucky and worked and got lucky and worked. Eventually I graduated from college. It took me 4 years longer than my peers. And I convinced someone, my angel advisor, Susan Fisk, to take me on. And so I ended up at Princeton, and I was like, I am not supposed to be here. I am an imposter. And the night before my first year talk, and the first year talk at Princeton is a 20-minute talk to 20 people. That's it. I was so afraid of being found out the next day that I called her and said, I'm quitting. She was like, you are not quitting, because I took a gamble on you and you're staying. You're gonna stay, and this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna fake it. You're gonna do every talk that you ever get asked to do. You're just gonna do it and do it and do it, even if you're terrified and just paralyzed and having an out-of-body experience, until you have this moment where you say, oh my gosh, I'm doing it. Like, I have become this. I am actually doing this. So that's what I did. 5 years in grad school. A few years, I'm at Northwestern. I moved to Harvard. I'm at Harvard. I'm not really thinking about it anymore, but for a long time I had been thinking, not supposed to be here, not supposed to be here. So the end of my first year at Harvard, a student who had not talked in class the entire semester, who I had said, look, you gotta participate or else you're gonna fail, came into my office. I really didn't know her at all. And she came in totally defeated, and she said, I'm not supposed to be here. And that was the moment for me, because 2 things happened. One was that I realized, oh my gosh, I don't feel like that anymore. I don't feel that anymore, but she does, and I get that feeling. And the second was, she is supposed to be here. Like, she can fake it, she can become it. So I was like, yes, you are. You are supposed to be here, and tomorrow you're gonna fake it, you're gonna make yourself powerful, and you're gonna classroom and you are going to give the best comment ever. You know, and she gave the best comment ever. And people turned around and they were like, oh my God, I didn't even notice her sitting there, you know? She comes back to me months later, and I realized that she had not just faked it till she made it, she had actually faked it till she became it. So she had changed. And so I want to say to you, don't fake it till you make it. Fake it till you become it. You know, it's not, do it enough until you actually become it and internalize. The last thing I want to leave you with is this. Tiny tweaks can lead to big changes. So this is 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Before you go into the next stressful evaluative situation, for 2 minutes, try doing this in the elevator, in a bathroom stall, at your desk behind closed doors. That's what you want to do. Configure your brain to cope the best in that situation. Get your testosterone up, get your cortisol down. Don't leave that situation feeling like, oh, I didn't show them who I am. Leave that situation feeling like, oh, I really feel like I got to say who I am and show who I am. So I want to ask you first, you know, both to try power posing, and also I want to ask you to share the science, because this is simple. I don't have ego involved in this. Give it away, like share it with people, because the people who can use it the most are the ones with no resources and no technology and no status and no power. Give it to them, because they can do it in private. They need their bodies, privacy, and 2 minutes, and it can significantly change the outcomes of their life. Thank you.
Flyer. And I thought, well, what's the struggle? And she said, well,
hey guys, we finished that video. So 3 things to do, then I finished for today. I'm gonna write this down, then I do the apply. But first I'm gonna write this down. First I'm gonna write down the project video. We're gonna wait on me. Then I'll pause. Then I'll apply. Then hit reply. Then after that I do 2 more things. Then I am done. Okay guys, I'll be right back guys. Okay guys, I am finished writing. Now I just had to look at the syllabus. Look at syllabus on my tablet. Then I will write right here. Answer my expressions in this class. Sorry, my English is not that great. So yeah. I always say hello everyone when in class, because I don't feel like typing everybody's name, so just usually gonna say hello everybody. I usually say hello everybody, and you said that when I first started class, and I say this with everyone. So, yeah. Okay. I think I know what to say. And I think I know what to say. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys, my typing today. Oh my goodness, I think I mispronounced some stuff. Yep, otherwise right here. But my dyslexia is getting to me once in a while. Most I don't know what's bullying things right now because of my anxiety and my dyslexia. Okay, that's. Oh my goodness, I'm misspelling this again. Okay, got it. So I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna hit pause. Oh, right after you do the spell check and grammar. I'm using Grammarly to fix my grammar because I know my grammar is terrible. Okay, seems good. Now I'm gonna pause the video again to post my reply. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so I have posted my reply. Like this last like I already ahead of me, that I see a different time right here. So next I do 2 more, I believe. Okay, let me see. Yeah. So after this one, okay. So after this one, I had 1 more to do, and I am done. So I'm gonna pause the video again to write this down, or most of it down. Then I'll be right back, guys. Guys, I didn't have my topic. So, I'm gonna pick this up right here. But, if I had to maybe word it or something like that, that'll make me get like guys. So, I just need to type, oh my goodness, I gotta put hello. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys, that's really, after this, I just have one more thing to do. Oh my goodness, can we do that? Okay, so I had a copy the question and the topic. I probably don't have to, because it would waste too much time to really. I'll look up a question. Sorry guys, it's late because my new internet router was being mailed and it came late. Sorry guys, there's a cat underneath my house, mama's house, and Coco found the cat and now it's barking at the floor. So sorry about that, guys. Okay guys, I'm gonna pause the video right down because it's been like an hour or something and I record for the rest of the week. Well, today to Friday. Cause I was planning on recording this video yesterday, but my hotspot was being too slow cause I had used it all and it did not want to load the class because it was just for like loading too slow or it didn't want to show the class at all. So yeah. So it'll be like 4 days live in class or something like that. I'm gonna title guys. Or was it like Tuesday through Friday what I had done in class and that. Okay, I'm gonna because my grammar is terrible. So guys, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am finished now. I just had to post a reply. Then tomorrow I did comment on one of my classmates' posts. Then I did that again Thursday. Then Friday I get my sweater. I mean, I didn't get my sweater. I froze on here. The swing side that I had was the recording of the light class, so I had missed it. But I missed the one in math, so I just say to attend the light class Friday, and I'll be done like Friday and stuff like that. So yeah. Last thing I need to do today is this. And I will pause up real quick to write this down, then I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I am finished writing, so I'll click the link right now. And don't forget to comment down below. I try my very best to come back to y'all. It most likely be the next day, maybe a few weeks right now. So, cause most times I don't check my comments, but I try my best to check on them. But in a while, I'm coming back to y'all. So I do read the comments. Other thing I know. And I'm gonna write this, and I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, finish writing. Last semester. Okay, guys, I'm gonna do this off camera. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I finished registering. So now it's like this. Okay, now I'm gonna write this and I'll be back. Yay, it's 11 minutes. Yay. It's then I'm 188. Yeah, that's only 6 things to do. Okay, guys, I am finished writing. Now I'm going to start questions. Maybe a fasting for this one. That'll be this one and this one. I'm not sure the feedback. So I think this is the first one. So I didn't think on it. Okay, that'll be this one then. I'll just guess right here. Oh, let's look at the bottom. Yeah, and there was feedback. So it was for the first time. Oh, that was this one, but I know. And it's also it's not guessing myself. I think it was these two the whole time. And I didn't listen to myself. Oh my goodness. That was my first answer about the store. Well, I had it almost right. I just missed one. I'm gonna finish the rest all camera because we're already 2 hours and 5 minutes, so I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I have finished now that. So yeah, I'll just write this down. Then, well, I'm gonna pause the video, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. And it'll be Wednesday. Okay, bye, guys. Hi, guys, welcome back to day 2. I would say day 3, but I didn't record Monday because I didn't have internet. So it's basically day 2. But it's I'll show you what I did. Like what I was supposed to do Monday. So I did like 2 days in 1 day yesterday. And I'm still tired, to be honest. So yeah. So I go to my class. Here I go to week 1. I do this one Thursday. I do this one tomorrow. Cause the last day for discussing to get attendance is Wednesday, and that's today. So this will be tomorrow, and this will be today, and this will be Friday. Cause I'm not trying to become absent, so that's why I'm gonna do the discussions. I'll be right back to write this down, guys. So I'm supposed to be okay. Okay, guys, I am finished writing. Now I do discussions. Now I pick Wendy's questions. Then I to like type it down in the reply with the number. Then I answer it. Okay, now let's see which one I'm gonna fit. I really don't want to do a math problem. Because I suck at math, to be honest. I was gonna make it. But I'm very bad at math, to be honest. Like, I'm still tired. I do a math problem like right now. I most likely will get it wrong. And I do have phone and math, but I'm pretty sure my phone, but I don't get it. Maybe I can solve it. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. If not, I'll put something else. Yeah, I'm trying to do math. Then I'm trying to give myself a headache. I didn't figure out my problem. Most likely like 6 hours later. And literally. I guess I'll do 10. Okay, I just need to take a picture of it for it to scroll back up and down. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna answer the questions and I'll show you what I put. And also, they find some pictures. I'll probably select me 1 and 2 or 3. Then, Thomas will let me post on here. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I am finished, and I have put down the sources that I found it from. I also put some pictures. Now I'm going to post a reply. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I have posted a reply. That's what it looks like. When I try to upload a picture on there, it will post one of the pictures 2 or 3 times. I don't know why that keeps happening. And I'll be right back and check the links are working. Then most certainly those don't work either. Okay, some didn't work, but this one didn't work, and don't feel like fixing it. But when work on my laptop, most time it doesn't. When it's actually correct, and it still won't work anyway. So yeah. Okay. Next class is this one. I can't pick up a pen like one that falls on the floor. Yeah, I got the pen. But I try to grab a pen. Like this falls. There it goes again. I need to organize the pen container. Let's see which pen is empty. when I had no ink on it and circle those and stuff like that. I probably do that Saturday when I should be in class. Okay guys, I am back. Okay, I know they comment on one of my classmates' posts and see that they comment back on one of mine. Then I have to do okay. Let's see. Monday, Tuesday. So it's this one today. So I do this one. And see anybody comment on one of these two. So yeah. I'll do this one off camera, guys. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, also do the discussion on camera too, I think. So yeah, I'll be right back, guys. I'm like reading my classmates' posts and I read the name like, oh my goodness, like like my classmates had like serious names to people like too, like oh my goodness. Like where ago, like somebody had like one of my family's names, like oh my goodness. I had in their names, this is what they said. I can't figure out what to write about. Cause I feel like I'm going into kind of similar what they are doing right now. Cause I want to be my own boss, and they put a team members together, and heroes that they need to do stuff like that. I don't know what I want to do towards like in my type of business I'm going to. I don't know yet. Pretty sure the business I'm going to is not anything haunted. If my building is haunted to what I'm buying, like oh, I would not know. Cause I'm most likely have a panic attack. So I don't make sure like not doing anything like that. Cause most likely will get me a side attack. They might make me want to have side attacks. So yeah. Okay, so I'll go back on camera. Okay, I was like great. Okay guys, I did have a comment on one of my classmates' posts and we done this one yesterday. So this one's for today. I think that's all I have to do today. Let me check. Yeah, nope. That's all for today. That's this one. So I'm gonna write this down on camera. Like this so I know what I done today. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay guys, I finished writing that one and this one. Then now I'm gonna write this one. I'll be right back again, guys. Okay guys, I finished writing. Now here we begin. Then I'm gonna write this down and I'll be right back, guys. Okay guys, I finished writing and it is really chill, to be honest.
Page 76. Choosing a topic. The first step in speech making is choosing a topic. For speeches outside the classroom, this is seldom a problem. Usually the speech topic is determined by the occasion, the audience, and the speaker's qualifications. When Barack Obama lectures at a college campus, he often speaks about political leadership. Rachel Maddow will discuss current events. Spike Lee might share his views on new developments in film. The same is true of ordinary citizens. The doctor is asked to inform high school athletes and their parents about sports injuries. The head of a neighborhood coalition speaks about zoning regulations. The florist discusses how to grow thriving houseplants. In a public speaking class, the situation is different. Students generally have great leeway in selecting topics. This would appear to be an advantage, since it allows you to talk about matters of personal interest. Yet there may be no facet of speech preparation that causes more gnashing of teeth than selecting a topic. It is a constant source of amazement to teachers that students who regularly chat with their friends about almost any subject under the sun become mentally paralyzed when faced with the task of deciding what to talk about in their speech class. Fortunately, once you get over this initial paralysis, you should have little trouble choosing a good topic. There are two broad categories of potential topics for your classroom speeches. 1. Subjects you know a lot about, and 2. Subjects you want to know more about. Let's start with the first. Topics you know a lot about. Most people speak best about subjects with which they are most familiar. When thinking about a topic, draw on your own knowledge and experience. Everyone knows things or has done things that can be used in a speech. Think for a moment about unusual experiences you may have had or special expertise you may have acquired. One student, who grew up in Turkey, presented a fascinating speech about daily life in that country. Another used her knowledge as a jewelry store salesperson to prepare a speech on how to judge the value of cut diamonds. A third student, who had lived through a tornado, gave a gripping speech about that terrifying experience. Too dramatic? Nothing in your life is as interesting? Yet another student, who described herself as just a housewife who was returning to school to finish the education she started 20 years ago, delivered a witty speech on the adjustments she had to make in coming back to college, sitting in class with students young enough to be her children, balancing her academic work against her family commitments, and the satisfaction of completing the education she had begun years earlier. Here are a few more examples of speech topics based largely on the student's personal knowledge and experience. Knitting for fun and profit. Behind the scenes at Disney World. Communicating with sign language. The basics of rugby. Page 77. Topics you want to know more about. On the other hand, you may decide to make your speech a learning experience for yourself as well as for your audience. You may choose a subject about which you already have some knowledge or expertise but not enough to prepare a speech without doing additional research. You may even select a topic that you want to explore for the first time. Say, for example, you've always been interested in Stonehenge but never knew much about it. This would be a perfect opportunity to research a fascinating subject and turn it into a fascinating speech. Or suppose you run across a subject in one of your other classes that catches your fancy. Why not investigate it further for your speech class? One student used this approach to develop a speech on the subject of neuromarketing, which uses recent advancements in neuroscience to study the way people respond to products and promotions. After hearing about the subject in her marketing class, the student researched the topic further. In the process, she learned that neuromarketing is currently being used by some of the biggest corporations in the world. Using what she learned in her research, she put together a captivating speech that kept everyone's attention from beginning to end. Still another possibility, especially for persuasive speeches, is to think of subjects about which you hold strong opinions and beliefs. They may include national or international concerns such as school safety or environmental protection. Or perhaps you are closely involved in a local issue such as a school board election or a proposal to build a new student center. Not all such topics must be political. They can deal with anything from graduation requirements to helping people with physical disabilities, from dormitory regulations to building a church recreation center. Video 5.1 View an excerpt from Neuromarketing, Whispers of the Brain. Page 78. brainstorming for topics. After all this, you may still be thinking, I don't care about neuromarketing. I've never been to Turkey. I'm not active in politics. What am I going to talk about? If you are having trouble selecting a topic, there are a number of brainstorming procedures you can follow to get started. Personal inventory. First, make a quick inventory of your experiences, interests, hobbies, skills, beliefs, and so forth. Jot down anything that comes to mind, no matter how silly or irrelevant it may seem. From this list may come a general subject area out of which you can fashion a specific topic. This method has worked for many students. Clustering. If the first method doesn't work, try a technique called clustering. Take a sheet of paper and divide it into 9 columns as follows: people, places, things, events, processes, concepts, natural phenomena, problems, and plans and policies. Then list in each column the first 4 or 5 items that come to mind. The result might look like this: people, places, things, first responders, Jerusalem, vaccines, Viola Davis, Mars, TikTok, Mr. Beast, national parks.
I would check my location on my phone as then they hit YouTube, and I didn't know my volume was on. So yeah, it tried to get me to get an audiobook. That way I was hearing. Yeah, I was wondering what all the background noises was.
Start on choosing a topic. You will have plenty of time to pick just the.
I was trying to see how long this is. Oh, that's this? Okay.
Write one and prepare a first-rate speech. Page 80. Determining the general purpose.
I'm not sitting down all day listening to that. Okay. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I am back. It depends. Well, for me, you take too much time. I'll do the rest off camera, guys. Cause the video is very long, yes it is, and I'm trying to get the video like 4 or 5 hours long. Cause I'll take like forever to upload to YouTube. The video is very long, so yeah. And then go tomorrow was on Friday, so yeah. Okay, guys, I will finish. I will watch this. Let's try to head back to assignment and close that. And I am done for the day. Sometimes I finish early, sometimes I finish late. It depends how much I need to do that day. So yeah, I will see y'all guys tomorrow. Okay, hi guys. It's Thursday. And today I have to work on math again. I believe it's this one here. I done this one yesterday. So This piece like a video that I had to answer. I'll be right back. I'll write this down so I'll pass the video, guys. Okay, guys, I am finished writing. And this is the article that I saw you on in there. Okay, now I need to play the
Welcome
video.
to Algebra for College Students. The following is an overview of the course in the ALEKS software. When you land on the home page, you can access the syllabus. The syllabus will have professor contact information, the course objectives, and the grading information, among other things. The grade distribution for Algebra for College Students is ABF. You cannot earn a C or a D. Recent announcements will be shown at the top of the home page. If you want to see past announcements, click on the Announcements button. You should read the announcements each time you log in, as they will contain valuable information for the course. From the home page, you can also access modules, either in the left navigation menu or under Module Navigation. More about what you will find in modules in a moment. The inbox is where you may send or receive emails from other students in your class or your professor. Files is where your professor will post documents that you will need, such as how to get started with ALEKS, how to access a chapter that has been extended, etc. Clicking on grades will let you see your posted grades and read feedback from your professor. Your professor will post videos to the media gallery that will be beneficial for this class. My Media is where any videos or audio files you create will be stored. To access the Introduction and Resources module, click Modules in the left navigation menu or Introduction and Resources under Module Navigation. The course overview will give you a general picture of what is covered in Algebra for College Students. Next, the Idea Lab requirements will give you specific details on the posting requirements and how to address the initial question you choose each week. Introduce Yourself, which is ungraded, is where you will meet your professor and your other classmates and gives you the opportunity to connect with them. The next link under Introduction and Resources is the Q&A forum. Here you can post questions about the course, a homework assignment, or how to find something specific in the course shell. Under Frequently Asked Questions, there is a link to the FAQs. These will address commonly asked questions about Algebra for College students, such as how do I pair ALEKS with Canvas, how do I get started in ALEKS, how is attendance taken in an online class. Course Media Resources explains how to access videos for each week. You can also access tutoring for Algebra for College students. On this page, you will see two different options for tutoring. DeVryTutors.com has individual tutoring staffed by DeVry faculty, not only for this course, but for any course that you are taking. The other option is Tutor.com. You can get immediate access to a tutor or schedule an appointment. The access to the textbook is found under Technology and Resources. Course Resources takes you to the Student Resource Center. It has the Student Software Store and links to videos for each week. Meet ALEKS will give you an overview of the ALEKS software we will be using, and the ALEKS McGraw-Hill link will take you to the ALEKS platform once the course opens.
was my first answer, but I wasn't sure. I believe it's this one. Yeah, that's right.
The discussions in algebra for college students is called the Idea Lab. The Idea Lab is accessed on the home screen by clicking Discussions or clicking Discussions here. Under Module Navigation by clicking on Week 1 and then choosing the Idea Lab link for the week, or by going to Modules. And under Modules, you'll be able to click the Week 1 Idea Lab discussion link. When you click the Idea Lab link, you will see that there are 10 questions. You will choose only one of the questions for your initial post. Do not answer all 10. You will want to make your first post no later than Wednesday, then you just have to post on one more day before the week ends. Why is it important to post the Idea Lab each week? They are important academically. The wide variety of questions each week is intended to help you recognize the significance of mathematics in the world around you and to practice applying the skills you are learning. They are important socially. It keeps you connected to your other classmates and the professor. The points you earn will help you get the points necessary to pass. Participation in the Idea Lab is also how DeVry tracks attendance. Any work that you do in ALEX does not track your attendance. And you might even learn some new things to help you win a trivia contest.
They keep teaching it, 'cause last semester, a potential different class, it was 3.
To start algebra for college students, you need to first complete the initial knowledge check. The initial knowledge check is a diagnostic evaluation to determine what you already know and will not need to complete in the homework and what topics you will need to work on. To access ALEX, you can click on the Alex McGraw-Hill link, which is located under Access ALEX under the heading ALEX Assessment and Learning in Knowledge Spaces, or you may click the ALEX button on the home page. The link will take you to a page where you will pair your Canvas course shell with ALEX. This is a one-time step. Question 2 in the FAQs will step you through that process. Once you have paired ALEX, you will see the ALEX dashboard. Select the tile for this course and it will take you through the brief ALEX orientation. The next step is to take the initial knowledge check, sometimes referred to as the IKC. Once that step is completed, your learning path opens up for you to begin your homework. When you take the initial knowledge check, you want to give it your best effort. If you do this assessment carelessly or answer randomly, you'll waste time later because ALEX will force you to work through material you already know and do not really need to review. On the other hand, there's no advantage to consulting outside resources, such as the internet or a friend, to improve your assessment results. In that case, the assessment will take you much longer to complete, and more importantly, when you do enter your learning path, ALEX will try to teach you things you are not really ready to learn. Your learning path, that is the homework, will not open until the initial knowledge check is completed. You will find that once you are in your learning path, If you complete a week's assigned topics before the due date, the next week will open. This gives you the option of completing the math portion of the course early. During the first 3 weeks, there's the Pulse survey and is accessed under the module for each of the 3 weeks, either on the home page or under modules itself. This is your chance to let your professor know how things are going during the early weeks of the course. It is an anonymous survey. However, if you do have a question or concern and would like a response, you will want to include your name or alternatively, reach out to your professor. You also have access to tutoring by clicking on the link Tutoring. This will take you to tutor.com. At tutor.com, you can connect with a tutor immediately or schedule a tutoring session 24/7. You also have access to DeVryTutors.com. The link is under Course Media Resources. Here, you can schedule a time with a DeVry professor. And of course, your own professor is a great resource to reach out to when you have questions. If you want to get an immediate response, email your professor with your questions.
And I am finished. Now I go back to this discussions. I comment on one of my classmates. Then I do the night check tomorrow. So doing these two tomorrow. Then I am done for the rest of the day. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna post a video. Okay, I finished the coming in the discussion. I do again on tomorrow, and then I go back to class. And this class on Saturday to post the screenshot saying that I went to the live class. Now I have to go to this class. Then I'll be done for the day. So I'll do this one today. And then after that, I'll go to discussions. So yeah. I'll pause this video to write this down. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I finished writing. I'll be back and write this one too. Okay, guys, I finished writing. Okay, I'll go write this one too. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I finished writing. Yeah, I'm gonna pause the video to fix it. Be right back, guys. Guys, I think I fixed it. Let's see. Huh, I guess I didn't. I'll be right back, guys. Guys, I have fixed it. Finally. I'm gonna write this real quick and I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I finished writing. I'll go write this too, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I finished writing. And there's a bigger character. I don't know. This reminds me of something I used to wear in middle school. I always have my hair like an emo kind of hairstyle, but like a beanie on top of my head. That's totally me, like 7th grade or early 8th grade year. Or have my hair like a messy bun. Oh my goodness. So I guess this one. I was saying be comfortable. Knowing me at a speeds. It just depends. Cause most time I don't plan what to wear. I just got the person to see in the closet. I just said to be yourself. Like anything doing, like doing speeds and stuff like that. If like how uniforms, yeah, I get to wear dots. So yeah. I'll say this one. I say dress appropriate, also comfortable. Probably, but probably not. The practice the day of, I almost like people get my speeds. Literally. My friend always tell me like, are you nervous like doing speech in a classroom or boardroom? I don't can ever say it's on social media, but okay, I didn't even know what I mean. What I'm trying to say. He said picture somebody you know. I think you know what I meant by that. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Cause that made me like very uncomfortable. Like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Hold on, gonna fit. Give me this one. Yeah, I was like, I want you to put this one. Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness, so no fit. I think we're picking this one or this one. Okay, I'll be back, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. Maybe this one or this one. No, sir. Yeah, I gotta pick that one. keep speaking. Maybe this. Yay, that's right. Is it easy in this? Aw, I messed up. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. So I have to reload this. You already saw this, so I'm gonna pause the B right here, guys. We're back. Hey guys, it was this one. So yeah, I did finish halfway through. Okay guys, I am finished. Okay, now I go to the discussions. I'll check this one, then go to that one. I'm gonna do our camera guys right back. Guys, I just realized I just had one more comment to do, what's called, reply to one of my classmates. There's one more, and tomorrow I post a screenshot that I watched the live recording of the class, that I had missed it. Cause somehow Christmas show, like, it was 6 o'clock my time, but not my stretch's time. Like that time difference, like, messed with my mind, to be honest. Like, every night at school, like put like class like in my time, you know. Cause sometimes my brain like, what's going on, you know. Because sometimes like my that shit gets to me, like. And sometimes like with myself does my time instead of theirs. So yeah. And I thought I had to come in on one of my classmates tomorrow, then go Saturday. I think I had to go let's go Saturday for the math. I want to check that after I do this one, then I'm pretty much done for today. Okay, guys, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I did check the questions for this class. I do need to comment on one of my classmates post tomorrow, and I go back on class Saturday to post a screenshot, because you had to post on 3 separate days. On this class, I just have to post like one more time. That's a screenshot. That's it. Then I'm done for this class. Only just need to post to one of my classmates tomorrow, this Saturday, the screenshot. So yeah, that's it. That's all I do today. I'll see y'all guys tomorrow. But then I'll like post it at the furnace. What other deal? I'm gonna show the screenshot one because that'll be Saturday. So yeah, so I'll be almost like 3 hours or something long. Okay, see you guys tomorrow, guys. Bye. Sometimes I do a grocery list like 1 or 2 weeks before I get paid for I don't like I do like last minute stuff like that. Cause I learned a lesson like when I get paid like the day I do the grocery list like that. I be like too stressed out, so I like to myself like don't worry about it. Just do it like do that the grocery list like 2 weeks or a week before getting paid. So that I've been doing for the past few months. And whenever I don't want, I want to add, I'll add it the day of. Or something like that. So yeah. I probably was, let's start like painting the house probably like in January or December. Like depends how they feel. But I still don't know what color to paint. I think about gray, but I don't know which color gray. Cause it literally different color grays where I live, or like painting like black. Cause I think we're getting like gray cabinets, and I don't want to get like 2 colors like they blend into the wall. You know, I don't want that cabinet in the wall because it's in color. Like, I don't know yet. I'll probably get gray and gray. Like, gray cabinets and gray walls. I don't know yet. I indecisive. Like, so it's, like, hard to pick color. Like, I've been, like, debating on these colors for, like, almost a year. So that way I haven't been, like, painting. Like, I painted, like, half a wall. Let's see how it was staying out. Let's see it would, like, peel or something like that. So if I start painting again, maybe a month or so, maybe 2 months. Cause I just pretty much design the cabinets I want. My price range I want to spend on cabinets. Cause I've been looking at cabinets online. They are expensive. Cause I want to do everything myself instead of having somebody do it for me. Cause I asked somebody to do the kitchen for me. And they said $1,000 like to $4,000. Like what? I know like fast out like yeah, no thank you. I do this myself. I would spend $600, $400 myself than pay somebody to do it for me. Like I didn't need a drill to the wall. You just had it done. To be honest, that's why I call YouTube videos and do it like that. Cause I can do it. I had to look at videos like 1 or 2 times and I don't had it. So I'm really doing myself to spend almost $1,000 or more. Cause I was thinking about doing like the whole kitchen. Asked them like they gave me an estimate. Did like 25 grand. Like like no, let's go like this. Let's go like this. Like yeah, no thanks. I'll do that myself. I know it's Friday when you told me that amount. Like, yeah, no, thank you. So I don't know if I do the wall first or the floor. So I think I'm gonna change the floor color. I tried looking at the tile on the floor. I don't know if it's like a gray flooring or what. Cause I kind of want to stay with the same thing and color. I'm not sure yet. If I had to like start painting or doing the floors, cause I decided to can't change my mind on the color. Like my mother want like tan and yellow rolls. I'm like, no thank you. Like that remind me of a hospital, and I don't want to be mine at a hospital where I'm living at. So yeah. And let's go to class. I'm probably record maybe monitoring. I'm not sure yet. I'll probably record here and there, but I don't know yet. I'm debating. Cause most likely you forget I changed the camera angle or something like that. And then I know my teacher posted discussions. Okay, let me pause the video before I can read that. And I know what my instructor was talking about. It's talking about the libraries and stuff like that. I like the books for the new students. I already know what the library is about. Go on the website, play it once or twice. And they don't have books that I need there in a way. I do this one and this one. Also need to discussions. I think I need to come in on one classmate. Then I go to class tomorrow. She posted a screenshot. I put it on my calendar because I was likely to forget. If I get it tomorrow, I'm most likely to do it Sunday. But sometimes I'm most likely to forget about something. I'll pause the video coming on my classmates. My instructor want me to find like one of my classmates who I haven't been responding to. So that'll probably take a while because I have a lot of classmates in this class. So guys, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm doing the crazy for like to apply to my classmate. To find this one, how to find Q. So yeah, and my laptop is like different from the phone, so I hope they understand what I meant. Most likely you'll get it wrong, but so yeah. I'm gonna pause the video because if I take a while, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I am finished. Okay, now I screenshot this and then post it. I think I lost it. Okay guys, I'll be right back. Oh no, I didn't lost it. Okay, now I'm gonna be right back. I'll pause this video real quick. I did upload it there, but hopefully you know what I meant. Cause hard to like crazy on a laptop, cause you don't have all the right keys. Oops, I didn't hit the share button. It was my bad. Cause I was like showing y'all what I had posted on there. They asked me to hit like the search button. Like, oh my goodness. But when I'm doing the crazy, like typing like crazy earlier. So the two SNG lanes like hit the W button. Like, oh my goodness. So yeah. No, tomorrow, I just posted the picture of the live class. Then I'm pretty much done for the discussions. Now I gotta do the knowledge check, I believe. I do these two, then I am done. Then tomorrow I had to do the live class reset, and then I am done for the week for this class. Yay. I don't like this, then I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I am back. I finished writing. Oh, sorry, guys, I accidentally dropped my phone. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I finished writing. I saw y'all the study guide. This is the study guides that they gave me. Okay, so we saw some of it. And this is me, Alex. Okay, wait, so this one, so that one. Then I go to the module, I go on here. So I go here, all the way down, then I had to read this to learn more about it. This is what I saw y'all. Then I go to muscles again. Then I'll go here. And then I click the links. Then I go on here. Like it was somewhere say more, I can flip it, stuff like that. Now I do this one. So I definitely know that I done it. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I finished writing. Sorry for the long video. And this was examples. I'm sorry guys, I write this real quick. Okay guys, I'm back. Yeah, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Oh my goodness, I got to write down. I'm right back. But this was my word, I forgot. I'm right back, guys. Okay, I wrote my answers on my paper. No, I know that if I get it wrong, I'll have to write answer my paper too. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Give it a few minutes. I write it down and solving it. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video. I'll be right back. Okay? We're gonna solve this. Guys, I got the answer. Okay, this will be a while because maybe lots of questions. Sometimes when I saw in my photo, I may get tired. I'm gonna pause the video to solve this one too, okay? Okay guys, I am back. Yeah. Okay guys, I'll be right back. Hey guys, I really am not sure I got that right. I was reading it. Yeah, I've done these quizzes since I was like in high school. That going on like 4 or 5 years ago. So yeah. Okay, I'll be back guys. Again, I am not sure. So yeah. Okay guys, I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, I just submitted the question and I forgot to pause the video. My bad. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am finished. Okay, I'll be right back guys. Okay, I am ready to solve it. Okay, Mr. Awarded. If I typed it like how I wrote it. Yep. Yep, that's right. Because sometimes I typed it fast and most likely will mess up. And it's right. I'll be right back, guys. I got the answer. I'll be right back, guys. Guys, I am back. Guys, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am back. I'll be right back, guys. Okay guys, I am back. I'll be right back, guys. Okay guys, I am back. guys. Oops. Okay, let me go check. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Hey, guys, I am back. And then let me hit the equal sign. And so I'll be right back, guys. Okay, and then let me finish solving it. So I'll just hit this placement. My dog talking to her friends again. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I am back. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I am back. I'll be right back, guys. I am back, guys. I'll be right. I am back, guys. Oh my goodness, I was typing the whole time. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm right back. Let me do it. I had got the same thing. Okay, it worked this time. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I am back. And then let me type it out again. I got to put the last two this time. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. I am back, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I am back. guys, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am back. I'll be right back guys. I think it's like this, but not sure. I'll be right back guys. Okay guys, I am back. Yeah, finished. Yeah. I'll be right back. I'll write this down. Okay, I finished writing. Now hit continue. And then for this week's, and this is next week in week 2. So yeah. So I finished this for today. And I'll try to discuss this one more time so you may comment on me. Then I'll do the survey. Then tomorrow I'll go back to discussing the post that I went to the light class that I've done for this class. So yeah, I'll be right back guys. Okay guys, nobody comment under my posts. I'll be right back. I'll write it down, guys. Okay, guys, I am back. Okay, now I go to the second class because it's locked right here into week 2. So now I go to this class. So I had to do these 2. Oh, my dog is begging for food. But she like human food, and I fed her dog food. I don't know if she's hungry. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. I'm about to post a reply. Oh my goodness. I got to shoot this the screenshot. So I'll be right back. Okay, now I can post a reply. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, I have posted, and nobody had commented on my post or this one either. So I done discussing in this class that had to post a live recording, the screenshot in the other class that I done for that one. And now that I do these 2. And I am done. I'm gonna write this down and I will be right back. And guys, I have finished writing, and that's all for this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button, hit all, because you'll always be notified when I post a new video. And I will see you on Monday. Bye.